So what's the future of cyber jobs when Trump gets in office? I think I already covered this one, but yeah, I can touch on it again. I think that the future remains the same. I think that there'll be some market shifts, right, in the direction of certain companies and organizations who have aligned themselves with this administration. Just like always, this is what happens every time. So when it was Bush, it was Halliburton, global security companies, Halliburton, KBR, Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, those guys made out like bandits when he was in office. They were very much aligned with him. There was a gigantic wars going on all the time. Any kind of organization who was aligned with war, global security type stuff, they were they made so many billions of dollars. And I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm not saying that I'm not. Listen, I'm a capitalist. I do not agree with everything we do. I do not agree with everything. I was in the military, a service country. I love America. I do not agree with everything we do. Okay, so this is not me advocating any administration or the things that they've done. I'm an American who can clearly see that we are not perfect. This country is not perfect whatsoever. But I'm saying the jobs will shift. So when Bush was in office and there was 3 wars going on at once or whatever it was, and we were spending $1 trillion on this dumbass war, these wars, I should say. um, the companies who were funding it, like the ones who were sending the Humvees or the guns or the services or the contractors for it, they made billions of dollars in contracts. So all the money was with them. There was like a chart that I would read to say, okay, who got the biggest contracts? Now here we are in the Trump administration. So I can, off the top of my head, I think that police departments, any organization aligned with police departments, are going to make crazy amounts of get contracts, all kinds of stuff, right? Um, I think that if past is any indication of what will happen, um, certain media organizations will do really well. Fox will do really well. Any organizations that align themselves with him will do well. Probably AI. No, not probably. Definitely AI, because he's getting turning off the restrictions on that. So that's gonna go crazy. Um, what else? Cloud, because AI is based on cloud. So any kind of chip manufacturers in the US are gonna do well, because he's putting a 60% tariff on imports from China and a 10% over all imports of taxes. He's gonna tax any kind of imports on any imports coming in. So that means that if your company A is buying these parts from China, pieces from China, you are spending, $2, $1 on this chip, and now it's going to be $1.60 on you. It's going to cost you. You're going to get the tariff. You're going to be taxed. You are, not China. And so you're going to be like, oh, okay, maybe I can save by buying it from Vietnam, or maybe I can save from getting it from Philippines or something like that. Maybe I can buy it from somewhere else. You're going to have to make a decision. And so I think that it will shift. I don't think it'll die down. I think that FANG companies will do really well. As I said before, FANG is Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, all the NASDAQ companies are going to do well for a couple years. Those jobs will start paying people a crap ton of money. So those cyber jobs will do well, I think. That's just my guess. Yeah, so I don't think it'll necessarily be bad. Let me see here. What about you, CMMC? There might be some changes to CMMC. I remember reading something about this, but it started in the Biden administration. I don't know that they're changing the actual CMMC and NIST 800-171, but it has something to do with improving the coordination between the private industry and the public industry, and I have to find that article that I read about that to give you some indication on what uh, I don't believe it'll directly change it. It was more like an enhancement uh, to increase the communication between the Department of Defense and commercial entities. But I just don't remember off the top of my head. Apologize for that.